Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a new playthrough on the channel. Just finishing something up here. Oh, never mind. Give him that one. So we're back. I was finishing something up that I forgot I had to do for setup. We're back from the World War II air war over Germany, back to a much more familiar universe as we play Terra Mystica from Vierland Spiel. In this game, we're building up our living space to try to get the most victory points and build up a living space for our civilization, via terraforming. We're basically having to convert each space on the board to our appropriate living space. That's a very short intro, as I've featured this game on the channel several times before. With that, let's go meet our Automa faction first. The yellow faction today, the Automa factions never use their base faction sheet. They always have a card that they use instead that determines where they start on the cult track and their faction action. So the yellow faction will be using the simpletons today. They start up one on each track, which we'll see when we tip up toward the bonus tiles. Their faction action is to transform and build into their home terrain, and they'll get 2 victory points when they do that. So we'll tip up. I'm more interested in... We'll see the cult track here, but I'm more interested in the bonus tiles. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. That was what I was looking at here. Just adjusting on the camera a little bit. As far as our bonus tiles, our first bonus tile here, which will be going to the Automa shortly, you get 3 power on you gain 3 power on the income phase, and when you pass, you gain 3 victory points per level that you're up on the shipping track. That will go to the Automa faction. Then we'll have our choice of ours. We'll go through the rest of them before we make our pick. Gain a worker on the income phase, and when you pass, you get 2 points per trading house you have out. This gives you a priest on income. This gives you 2 coins on income, and when you pass, you get 1 point per dwelling you have. Then you gain 3 power and a worker on income phase. In fact, I'll get my starting resources right here. And then I will take the priest on income phase. You gotta remember to turn those sideways. So now we're all set to go there. With that, let's move over and meet the faction that I'm playing today. We're playing as the Oran faction, which is one of the green factions. They don't have any special abilities, I don't believe. No. As far as their stronghold ability, as a one-time, we get a favor tile, and we'll have to take an action token as well, because we'll get a special action once per turn to advance 2 on any cult track that we want. So that'll be very handy if we can get the stronghold out, but we might be a little bit delayed in that, because let's tip up toward the board and see where our initial dwelling placements are. So the Automa placed their first faction here, which is their power structure, and then one over here. We placed one right next to their power structure, and then up here toward the middle of the board. Hopefully we can make a connection here in a hurry. We're committing ourselves, though, to only having one city throughout the game. But looking at our bonus tiles, round 1 is going to be all about putting out our sanctuaries. For every priest we've sent to the cult track, we'll gain 2 coins on income, and the Automa will gain 4 victory points. Round 2 will all about putting dwellings out. The Automa will get 4 points for that. And that for every 4 levels we're up on the fire track, we'll gain 4 power on income. Round 3 will be all about putting out our strongholds and temples. We'll get 5 victory points for every one of those we're able to put out. The Automa won't get any victory points. And for every 2 we're up on the air track, we'll get a worker on income phase. Round 4 will be all about putting out trading houses. Every 4 we're up on the water track, we'll gain a spade, and then the Automa will get 6 victory points. Round 5 will be the same thing, except this time the focus is on the air track. Round 6 will once again be about dwellings and once again be about temples and strongholds. The Automa will get 5 victory points for that. We both start at 20, and I think everything's set up. We'll go through the power actions as they actually become relevant. But since we're all set up, I think we're ready to get into this game, and we'll start with our first income phase. On our first income phase, we'll get 3 workers and a priest. Moving up to the board, taking a look at our first turn. The question is, do we go for the sanctuary right away, or do we set up for the dwelling round? And I think because the dwelling round would give us a strong position for getting our stronghold out. But the question is, do we want victory points now? Honestly, I think we get more victory points if we play the long game. So with that in mind, I'm going to spend 2 workers, 5 coins, and my priest to go up on my terraforming track, which means now my spades only cost me 2 workers per, where previously they cost me 3. So that'll give me 6 victory points. Actually, I might still have enough resources to be able to get a sanctuary out this turn. But let's see what the Automa is doing first. Their first action. They're using, this is their support card, this is their action card. So they're upgrading around their power structure on priority B, trying to go to a trading station, which they can do. They can reach the... So they're upgrading this dwelling to a trading station and not getting any victory points because their X is 0 on their Automa difficulty card. Since I have a dwelling right there, I can gain 1 power for free, and I will do so gladly. Looking at my turn here, I think I will take advantage of the gift there to spend 3 coins and 2 workers to upgrade this dwelling to a trading station. And the Automa's potentially passing here. The way we'll know if they're passing is if this has a red scroll icon in the upper right corner. Just like that, they are passing. So they will get their 4 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they'll take this round scoring token, and they'll be the first player next round. We'll rebuild the Automa deck. And now I have to decide what I want to do. We'll turn those 2 sideways. So that's all done. When the Automa gets into their last 2 cards in the Automa deck, they're potentially passing. So deciding what I want to do here, it would clean me out of workers, but I could get a priest out. And I think I will do that. So I'll spend my 2 workers and 5 coins to turn this trading station into a sanctuary. And now what favor tile do I want? I could go up 3 on a track or get some stuff on income phase, which I think I'll take the 4. I think I'll take 2 on the air track and 4 power on income phase. So 1, 2. That'll let me charge a power for going up there. And then I'm completely tapped out of resources at this point, so I'm going to pass. Which means I need a new favor tile, or a new bonus tile, which I'll take the 3 power and a worker on income phase. That's the end of the round. That token can go back to the box. Here's the Automa scoring tiles. I'm trying to make cleanup a little bit quicker for myself today. But that will do it for round 1. Round 2 is up next, and now we're about trying to get dwellings on the board. I'm probably not putting any dwellings out with 2 workers. But I'll get 2 workers. Actually, I get 3 workers. Maybe I will be putting a dwelling out if I can find a 1-space board, or 1 terraforming step space. I'll get a priest. I'll gain a total of 7 power. 3 will move into bowl 1, or bowl 2, and then 4 into bowl 3. Now we can tip up to the board. The Automa is our first player this game, or this round. So let's see what they're doing first. They're taking a faction action around their not power structures on priority B. So around their not power, around priority B. So down here, they're upgrading that. They're transforming that and building on it. And they'll get 2 victory points for that. So 1, 2, or they're up to 26. For our first action, I do have a couple of one-space areas that I could get to, which I think I will take this. I think I'll take this mountain space. So I'll spend my 2 workers. I'll spend all 3 of my workers, 2 to make the conversion, and then 1 to put out a dwelling, along with my 2 credits, my 2 coins. And I'll get 2 victory points from that. The Automa's potentially no, they're not potentially passing yet. They're still in their normal section. But they are transforming and building around their power structures on priority A. So they're going to transform and build down here, which will put a dwelling out, and they'll get a power marker next to it. They get 1 victory point for that. And I'll spend 1 to charge 2 more power. My next action is going to be to spend... Do I just start playing with the cult tracks? Because coins are going to be very hard to come by for me in this game. But I think I'll spend 4 power to gain 7 coins. And now the Automa's potentially passing now that they're into their perpendicular section. They are not. They're trying to upgrade around their not power structures coming up from the bottom of the board. So 1, 2, 3, they're upgrading this dwelling to a trading station and not getting any victory points. As for my turn, I think I'm actually going to sit tight on this one. I'm going to become the first player. The reason I'm going to sit tight is because next round is about strongholds and sanctuaries. I could put a sanctuary out right now if I wanted to. Well, I could put it out next turn if I pass. But the question is, which scoring tile do I want? I think we're going to take the 3 power on income phase. So I have passed, and the Automa is on their last card. The only question is if they're taking the action or not. They are taking the action. They're going to take a power action, blocking 2 from the left, blocking off the gain of priest. Then the Automas at end of round, they will gain 4 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll shuffle the top card in. They're also taking the middle bonus tile. I wasn't paying attention to that, but I am now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll give that a shuffle. And a cut. Those 2 will get turned perpendicular. Deck is all ready to go. That scoring tile can go back to the box. And we're into round 3 now, where the goal is about dwellings, is about sanctuaries and strongholds. Fortunately, I'm the first player. I was looking for a second, thinking I couldn't put out my stronghold this turn, and actually I might not be able to. I don't think I have enough coins to do it. So I will gain 4 power from the favor tile, then 3 from the round booster. That'll bring me up to 5 power. Then I'll gain 3 workers, and another priest. And I think that's everything for me on income phase. So tipping back up to the board, I actually am first player. So I think I'm going to go 2 workers, 5 coins, and a priest to go up the rest of the way on my terraforming track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll give me the lead temporarily with 33 victory points, but that won't last long. Next up for the Automa, their first action of the round. They're trying to upgrade around their not power structures on prior... Actually, they're trying to upgrade their first... Oh, I misread the card. So they're actually coming up from the bottom of the board, which means I think they had this card last time after they transformed and built, so they actually... No, that's probably still fine. So I'm not going to retcon that because that's going to be a lot to retcon. So coming up from the bottom of the board, 1, 2, 3, they're going to upgrade this building, or this dwelling, to a trading station and not get any victory points for that. As for my turn, let's see. I think this could be a good round to send my priest over to the air track, especially since I want to get a lot of extra workers. That'll let me advance 1, 2, 3 on the air track, crossing 2 power thresholds, so I'll gain, actually, advancing 3, no, it'll only cost me 1, but that'll get me 2 power. The question is that I don't think that puts the stronghold back, or the sanctuary back on the table. But as far as the Automa is concerned, their next action is they're taking a power action, blocking 2 from the left, so they're blocking off taking a priest once again. For my turn, I'm going to pay 4 power again and get 7 coins again. As for the Automa, their next action is taking a faction action around their power structure on priority A. On priority A, this is where they're building. So transform and build that. Needing a power structure, going up 2 victory points, and once again I'll spend 1 power or 1 victory point to charge 2 power. I'm using charge and... Wait a minute. Hold on. No, I think I used the wrong card, but I think we still got there okay. I'm just going to leave that there. Looking at my turn now, I don't really have much I think I'm doing right now, unless I want to start spending power as workers. I'd be spending 3 power to get a worker? That seems gross. Well, I could make a connection here so I can start working on turning that into a city, which I think I have to do, especially since I'm gaining 4 power on every income phase. So I'll spend 3 power for a worker, then I'll spend my other 1 to get the spade I need to build the dwelling here. So I'll transform that, and I'll build it as a dwelling. And I don't get anything for that. The Automa is potentially passing. That card moves over there. And the Automa is potentially passing here. They are passing and taking back first player with it. So they will gain their no victory points, thankfully. Then they take this tile, which might have been one I wanted, but it's now off the table for me. Then we'll rebuild the Automa deck. I'm just looking at the board right now, and I don't think there's much I'm really wanting to do right now. I mean, I could start putting out I could put out a couple trading stations next round. Especially if they go grab this space from me, which on priority A around their power, they would be able to do. But we'll see how that turns out. As for me, I don't think I'm doing anything with no workers, so I'm going to pass here, which means I'm going to take the gain a worker on income phase. So that's all done. I'm up 6 on the air track, so I get 3 more workers. That can go back to the box now. And we're getting set for round 4, which is now all about putting out trading stations on the board. On income phase, I'll gain 4 power because of the favor tile. Then I'll get 5 workers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a priest. Then we'll tip up to the board, but the Automa's our first player, so their first action of the round. Taking a power action, blocking 3 from the right, so they're blocking off gaining 7 coins. As for my first action this round, I think we go 2 workers and 3 coins. Actually, I think rather than do that, I'm going to break that into 2 singles to turn this dwelling into a trading station. That will give me 2 victory points. The Automa didn't earn any victory points with their action, but they're up next. They are taking a faction action around their not power structures on priority A. So on priority A, they can't get to any plains, they can't get to a mountain, they can get to a swamp, they can get here. So I'll transform that and build a dwelling there, which will also give them 2 victory points. Looking at my turn, I was hoping and not hoping they'd grab this space, because I'm not likely to grab it. Right now I have 6 power. I could form a city if I wanted to, but it would actually, yeah, I could, but it would clean me completely out of coins, which might still be worth it. But question is, what city would even do much for me right now? I think for now I'm going to send my priest over to the water track, 1, 2, 3, which will give me another power. As for the Automa's next action, they are trying to upgrade. Coming 2 from the board, they're trying to go to a trading station first. So they're going 1, 2. They're going to upgrade this dwelling to a trading station, which will give them no victory points. And I can spend 1 to charge 2, which I will do. Then for my turn, what do I want to do with my turn? I could put down another sanctuary. I could also put down my stronghold here, which I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to clean myself out of coins and 4 of my workers to turn this trading station into my stronghold, which will give me a favor tile, which will give me a favor token, and I can, once per turn, advance 2 on any cult track. Which also is going to form a city. I totally forgot about that, because I'll have 2, 5, 6, 7 power, and at least 4 buildings, so I will have a city there. At least I'm just going to double check that real quick, but I'm pretty sure I have a city right there. It's actually called a town, but I have at least 4 structures of 1 color directly adjacent, and a combined value of 7. So yes, I do have a town there. Now the question is, what favor tile do I want? This round is about the water track. I think I'm going to take the... What do I want to go up here? I could also set up to double dip on the trading stations. But that's coming up next round. I think I'll do that. I think I'll take the 1 favor on the water track and plan on double dipping on the trading stations next turn. So that'll advance me up to 5 and give me 2 power. Plus I have a town that I'm forming. Now I've got to decide what town token I want to take. 4 victory points in the shipping. I'm not doing anything with shipping this game so far. I could take 5 victory points and 6 coins, 2 victory points and go up 2 on every track. That's more trying to set me up for the end of the game, which is also tempting. Plus, I could probably, if I take that one, I could probably lock them out of the water and air tracks. 9 victory points and a priest. Right now, they're not doing anything with the. Right now, they're not doing anything with the cult tracks, which could be very much to my advantage. So if I take that now, I've got options. Almost anything is useful to me. The only one that I'm kind of dismissing out of hand is the shipping track token. But yeah, I think I'm going to take the 2 victory points and 2 on all cult tracks. I have a sneaking suspicion that's how I'm winning this game. So that'll send me up 2 points on every cult track. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Which will also give me 4 power because I crossed 2 power thresholds. Then looking at the Automa's next turn, they are taking a power action, 2 from the left. So they're blocking off gaining a priest. Not getting any victory points for that. As for my turn, I've got a mess of power to work with. But I think for now I'm going to take the advance 2 on a track. Which one do I want? I'm probably up far enough ahead on the air and water tracks that I want to work on the other 2. Although going up on the water track again would give me access to 2 spades this turn. I think I'm going to go up on the. I think I'm going to go up on the Earth track. I want to see if I can try to lock them out a little bit further. So that's. How did I get the. Oh, right, that's from the power action on the stronghold, and then I'll gain a power from that. The Autumn is potentially passing, or from crossing a threshold. The Autumn is potentially passing, and they are passing. So they'll take the first tile. They're gaining 6 victory points. Oop. They were at 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, then we'll rebuild the Automa deck. And I'm probably passing with only 2 workers left as far as resources are concerned. I will definitely need to get after that. I will definitely need to get after that 7 credits pronto in next round. Which I'm going to have to pass. I don't get any victory points, but I will take the gain a priest on income. So that's all done. Since I'm up 7, I will get a spade, which I can put down anywhere. That would make this area into a mountain space, which is also tempting. I think I'll do that. Unfortunately, I'm probably not doing much. Anyway, that's back to the box. I'm not doing much if I can't get at that 7 coin phase, that 7 coin action as my first action next turn. But we're into round 5, and the focus now is putting out trading stations. Income phase, I'll just end up charging all of my power into bowl 3. I'll gain 3 workers and a priest. Tipping back up to the board, we'll zoom. Actually, we'll zoom out just a touch. Adjust the camera. And then the Automa is our first player. So their first action is they're trying to upgrade they're trying to upgrade 2 trading stations, but they don't have any of those. So they'll be going for sanctuaries next. So they'll be counting 1, 2, 3, upgrading this trading station to a sanctuary, and sending a priest 1, 2, 3 over to the water track, which advances them up 2. And then since they upgraded to a sanctuary, I'll spend 1. Actually, no, I'm not going to spend any victory points to charge power, because I'm maxed out on power right now. Although I won't be after my first action is over. I actually get a second priest, because I took that favor tile, or I took that round booster. So I'll spend 4 power to gain 7 coins. Because I'm hoping to be able to do some double dipping on the bonus action and the favor tile that I took. I took that to gamble on that. But anyway, our next card is they're sending a priest, 2 from the left, so they're sending another priest to the water track. I think we're far enough ahead, though. 1, 2. I think we're far enough ahead that we can probably... Oh, no, wait. I believe they take the favor token, so they don't actually send a priest there. I looked at the round action wrong, so they're basing on the scoring tile, which means they'll take the 3 air. So we'll retcon that slightly. They would have taken the 3 air, which would have sent them up 1, 2, 3. But I think we're far enough along, unless I want to lock that down now, which is actually tempting, but I'm rambling at this point. So they sent the priest to the air track. Now that we've got that straight, actually they send 3, so they're sending to the earth track. Never mind. I can't get out of my own way today, apparently. What to do? Well, 4 power would let me build with a free spade. But I could also go with my original plan of putting out trading stations. That would only be 1, but I'd still be able to double dip on the round action, on the round booster. That's gone, by the way. Actually, what I think I'm going to do now, I'm already getting 2 spades from being up on the air track. I'm actually going to spend 3 power to build a bridge, and I'm going to make a connection back here so I can get at this, so I can start branching out to this area and potentially have some use for my spades. As for the Automa's next turn, they are taking a power action, taking a power action 3 from the left. So 1, 2, 3. They're blocking off the build with a free spade. So that's gone. They get no victory points for that. I think we're then going to take advantage of the newfound access to a new forest space to pay 2 coins and a worker to put a dwelling down here. On the space we just opened up. The Automa's next turn is they're trying to upgrade. Now they have a trading station they can upgrade to. They're coming from the bottom of the board. So they'll upgrade this dwelling to a trading station and get 1 victory point. So they're way ahead, but I think the cult track is probably how I'm winning this game. Assuming I am. It's far from a sure thing that I am, though. I think I'm going to spend 2 workers and 2 coins to go down to 3. So I can finish transforming this mountain space into a forest. Hey, look at that. It flips over. And I'll build a dwelling there. As for the Automa's next action, that means I still have the option of building a trading station there. As for the Automa, they're sending a priest 4 from the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They're sending a priest to the fire track. 1, 2, 3. So they've passed me there, and they'll get 2 victory points for that. So 1, 2. They're up to 44. As for my turn, I think I will take the action I was thinking about, spending 3 coins, my last 3 coins and my last 2 workers, to upgrade this dwelling to a trading station, and I'll get 6 victory points because I'm double dipping. I get 3 from the round action, 3 from my favor tile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm up to 39. The Auto is potentially passing here. They are not. They're taking a faction action around their power structures on priority A. So they have actually got a... Oh, no, they can't get to that. So around their power structure priority A, it's going to be here. Because that's the only one right now they can get to. So build a dwelling there. Putting a power marker on it, and I'll get 2 victory points. As for my next turn, I've got these 2 priests that I should probably do something with. Let's see if we can lock down the Earth track. So I'm going to advance 2 on that, which will give me 2 power. The Autumn's potentially passing here. They are passing. That was their last card anyway, so they're not taking the round action. They'll take the last booster and then rebuild their deck for the last round of the game. They'll also get 6 victory points, which I'll count out now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They haven't been doing much with the cult tracks this game, which could be to my advantage. Question is, the next question is, do I use 3 power to grab a priest and pour it on? I could also use the action token, just lock down the air track now and be done with it. But I think I'm far enough ahead on the air track that that's probably not going to be a huge problem. So instead, I think I'm going to use the action token to advance 2 on the fire track, which will pass me a 1 power threshold, so I'll gain a power for that. Then I'm going to send a priest to the fire track, which will advance me 2 more on the fire track and give me another 2 power. Then I am completely tapped out, so I'm going to pass. I think we're going to take the victory point per dwelling and 2 coins on income. Then since I'm up 8 on the air track, I get 2 spades. The question is, where do I want to put them? Next question is, do I think I'm even building a dwelling this turn? And I think the answer is... that's an interesting choice. Because if I go here to the swamp, I could get there if I can get... The problem is I would need both coin and worker. Actually, I wouldn't need the worker power action as much as I would need the coins. But I think I'll gamble that I'll be able to make this connection work. So I've built the deck. The last token is back to the box, and now we're into round 6, where the focus here is on dwellings and on strongholds and sanctuaries. On income phase, I will get a total of 3 7 power, which will be 2 and 5, moving into bowl 3. I'll get 2 coins, actually 4 coins, because I have the 2 coin round booster, and I get a priest. I also get 4 workers. Tipping back up to the board. The question is, do I care now if we'll move all of that. The question now is, do I care? Actually, I do care if the Automa gets to the 7 coins before I do. Because that's probably how I'm going to be... Actually, would I have the workers to do that? Because I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I have the workers to do that. So as long as the Automa doesn't block off the 7 coins power action, I can probably make my plan to expand out here work. But let's see what the Automa does for their first action this round. Their first action is going to be taking the power action 3 from the left. So they're blocking off gaining 2 workers and gaining no victory points. So I dodged a bullet there. They did take a power action, but the 2 workers was the one I could live without. I needed the coins to be available, though. Actually, yeah, I did need the coins to be available, so I will take that action right away. Since that is available to me, I will have just enough workers to make this work. Okay, that was the action card, so let's grab the right card for their support. They're trying to upgrade to a trading station as priority, but they can't do that. So they're looking for a sanctuary, a temple, I should say. So they're upgrading this stronghold, or this trading station, to a temple and getting 1 victory point. They're very much ahead, but like I said, I think the cult tracks are how I'm winning this game. So I will spend 2 coins and a worker to build this dwelling right here. As for the Automa's next action, they're taking a power action 4 from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're cutting off building a bridge, except we have the bridge we need already. As for my turn, I'm going to spend another worker and another 2 coins to put another dwelling down here. For the Automa's next action, they're sending a priest 3. They're sending a priest to the water track. So 1, 2. I may actually want to try to shore up and lock down the water track here. That's actually pretty tempting now that they're starting to challenge me on that a little bit. That's the action card. That'll be their support card next round. Which I think I will do. I'm going to use my action token. Use my action token to go up 2 on the water track. As for the Automa's next turn, they are taking a faction action around their power spaces, around their power structure priority A. So the only space they can get to is right here, which means once I find a desert, they'll transform that and build, which will give them 2 victory points. As for my next action, I'm going to spend my last 2 workers to transform that, and then I'll spend the 2 coins as well to build a dwelling there. That's going to give me a lot on my round booster. And the Automa's next action is they're transforming and building around their power structures on priority A, except they have a desert they can reach right off the bat. So they'll get that, and they'll gain 1 more victory point. The Automa is now potentially threatening the end of the game because they're in their perpendicular cards. Let's see. Then for me, I think I'm going to spend 3 power to gain another priest because I'm probably going to be doing a little bit on the Automa track this turn. Let's see if the Automa claims end of game. They are claiming end of game, so for them, the game's over. As for me, I've got run of the board for about... Actually, they get 5 more victory points. 2, 3, 4, 5. As for me, I've got run of the board now, so I could very easily lock up the... So I could... Actually, I've got all the cult tracks under control now, so... I think with that in mind, I just advance... I think I just send a priest to... Actually, is there even a point to sending priests out? I don't think priests are worth anything at the end of the game. I'm just going to double check that. They are not. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. 9. Okay, so I have a feeling it's going to be endgame scoring where I'm going to win this game. So I'm going to send a priest to the... I'm going to send a priest to the air track because why not? I'll charge 3 power. Then I'll send a priest to the fire track to go up to there, which would give me 2 more power. But I'm going to claim end of game as well at that point, since my 5 coins will get me another victory point. Then, as for part of my booster, I get 1 point per dwelling I have out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right now. That'll bring me up to 45. The Automa right now is leading 61 to 45, but we'll see if that change. We'll see how that changes at end game scoring. Alright, endgame scoring starts off with the longest continuous structure. The Automa has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're biggest and 3 over here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which means I'll pick up 18 points. The Automa will pick up 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. The Automa will pick up 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right now it's 75 to 63, but I think we're coming into the point where I'm winning this game. So on the fire track, I won. I get 8, the Automa gets 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm hoping I didn't let them get out to too much of a lead to where I wasn't able to run them down, but I think I'm running them down here. On the water track, I also won, so I get 8, the Automa gets 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right now it's 83-79 in the Automa's favor, but I've got control of the cult tracks. The Earth track, I get 8, the Automa gets 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're tied up at 87. And the air track, I get 8, the Automa gets 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for my 5 coins, I get 1 point for every 3 coins, which means I get 1 point. So by the skin of my teeth, I managed to beat the Automa as the Orin 96 to 91. That was a hard-fought game. And that will do it for this playthrough of Terra Mystica. Assuming this video goes up in time, and I'm not far from sure it will, it's been a busy day, I'll be live with Jester tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern, playing Twilight Inscription. As for what I'm doing on my own channel, tomorrow morning we'll be playing Gaia Project, and then tomorrow afternoon we'll be playing something, but I don't know what we'll be playing yet. I'll have to decide that, and it'll be announced when the video goes live. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.